In a surprise turn of events coming through live from your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News, we are getting the reports that Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa may be on the run. His whereabouts are not known. It is said that he was seen off Zimbabwe, but something strange, no pictures of him. He secretly sneaked out of Zimbabwe, and it's just 3 days before the unconstitutional constitutional amendment. Number 3, 90 days lying in state elapses. Where is Dambudzo Mnangagwa? Nobody knows. Where did I get this? Stay tuned to hear more information. Greetings and welcome to the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the subscribe button so that when we come through, you become the very first one to watch us. It appears Emerson Mnangagwa secretly escaped the country yesterday, according to the revelations by Knox Chivero through the Gaza Revolution page, the page that was formerly used by Blessed Gaza. This is what has been posted. It says, fellow Zimbabweans, today I address here on X due to the urgency of the matter. Wednesday, under unusual secrecy, President Emerson Mnangagwa slipped out of the country in the dead of night. This was done last night. No sirens, no presidential convoy, no official send-off, no airport photographs, no public announcement. What is happening here? Mnangagwa arrived at the airport unannounced in private cars, not his usual convoy with bikers. Airport staff were cleared off as Mnangagwa made his way to a private lounge and straight to hangar and flew off in a private jet. Soon after he left, another private jet loaded with gold flew off in the same direction. Mnangagwa's motorcade was last seen Wednesday afternoon traveling along the Harare Mutoko Highway, the route he frequents visiting his Sangoma. Coincidentally, on Monday, Mnangagwa went to observe the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe's vaults containing the country's gold reserves. The airport was gagged from speaking about the Nicodemus exit, which takes place just days before the highly controversial constitutional amendment number 3 hearings scheduled for May 20, 2026. Mnangagwa is supposed to attend as respondents. This is a process many Zimbabweans believe could shape the future of constitutional governance, succession, politics, and the survival of democracy itself. The nation slept on May 13 and woke up to silence. Where is the president? Why the secrecy? Why abandoning normal state protocol at such a national moment? Zimbabweans deserves answers. At a time when the country is facing economic hardship, political uncertainty, and mounting constitutional tension, the disappearance of the head of state from public view without explanation raises serious national questions. Where is the president? Where is the First Lady Auxilia Mnangagwa? Reserve Bank Governor John Babano? Where is our gold? So this is quite interesting. It's a developing story happening in Zimbabwe. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa is nowhere to be found. It is alleged by Knox Chivero that Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa yesterday, without a motorcade, went to the to the airport, Robert Gabriel Mugabe Airport in Harare. The staff members at the airport were cleared. Firstly, the plane that took Emmerson Mnangagwa went first, and it is unknown where exactly he was heading to. And there was another one which was loaded gold. It also took off from Zimbabwe, and there were no, he didn't remember when a president visits another country. Usually, under normal circumstances, the president is actually he travels to the airport with a motorcade. People will see a visible motorcade and the protocols. The vice presidents are supposed to see the president out of the country, and also the acting president is supposed to be in charge and make sure that he fills in the gap of the president in his absentia. And also it is said all this, we see also military officials and other officials, especially the service chiefs in Zimbabwe, as well as the ministers, they gather to the airport. It becomes one of the biggest actually event in Zimbabwe when a president is actually seen out of the country. But Emmerson Mnangagwa, last night it was done at night, and Zimbabweans wake up in the morning. You don't have a president. His whereabouts are unknown. The first apologies, the network just disappeared and we are back. So I was reporting on the disappearance. So Mnangagwa, whose whereabouts it remains been announced by the Blessed Geza, now written Blessed Geza, revolution from the government officials as of yet on the whereabouts of Emmerson Mnangagwa. I'm sure seeing also Knox Chivero conveying this particular message, it also simply means that the retired General Chwenga also doesn't know what is happening, and already a lot of people, I'm sure, they are asking what is happening in Zimbabwe today. If what has been actually released by I'm trying to search on whether I will see something indicating where Emmerson Mnangagwa is, and under normal circumstances the Blessed Geza revolution does not announce something that does not exist. If you see them making an announcement, they would have actually done all they could regarding this. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's quite interesting. I'm struggling with our network. Apologies, since the storm where I'm at, we are struggling in terms of the network, so it's on and off. So as I was indicating that it began, I wanted to read you a statement that was actually posted on X by one of the actual staunch followers of the Blessed Geza revolution, and also the account that usually gives us some information about what happening in Zimbabwe. That is Lin M. Someone says we can locate him by satellite. Okay. Now also there is a lot of suspicion questions that have to be answered, especially when dealing with this matter. Where is the president? Why? But unfortunately, even if we ask these questions in Zimbabwe, there won't be answers to these questions. He can actually disappear and most probably mysteriously come back. So this is what I was reading before the network gave us problems. It says from Lily M. Zimbabwe wakes up to an unsettling silence. No motorcade, no airport farewell photos, and zero explanation. So I'm struggling really with my network. I don't know what is happening, but it is because of the storm in our area. But I think I have conveyed the news already. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. Maybe before I go, let me read once again. Let me try to read what was posted by Lynn here before and the Blessed Gaze Revolution also posted. It says, so I'm really struggling as I tried to read you this note. Every time the network, when I lift up my hands, it will be already gone. Let me try for the last time. If it can't, then I just don't do. I will not do it. Maybe I will do it at another time. Something really shocking that is happening in Zimbabwe, whereby we woke up with no president, as it has been revealed to account Lynn M, as well as also the Blessed Gaze Revolution. It says Zimbabwe wakes up to an unsettling silence, no motorcade, no airport farewell, photos and zero explanation as the critical constitutional amendment number 3 hearing nears May 20, 2026. One urgent question echoes across the nation. Where President Emmerson Mnangagwa? We demand answers to the whereabouts of the most important office holder in the land who wears the jacket. So it remains to be seen where exactly is, and we hope that the office of the presidency may actually issue the statement and explain. Does this mean that the man has given up? Or was this a secret intervention that should to network? Let me sign off. Let's meet on the other side of the should to network. Let me sign off. Let's meet on the other side of the broadcast. Thank you very much for your patience on this particular